And we're getting swayed one way to do this, do this. Most motherfuckers don't even know why they vote. They really don't. Because if they did, they'd be sitting there paying attention to their local elections, their local government officials and things like that. Who's the chief of police? Who's the head of the school board? Who's taking care of your children? Who's out here pulling your children over? But we don't. We get caught up in the hoopla. And what this dude said was racist, or what this dude said was crazy. You got liberals versus conservatives. All this is a bunch of nonsense. Meanwhile, black people have been being oppressed by both parties since the beginning of fucking time. So does it really matter until we really understand the power of our voice and put the right things in place, community to community, so that we can start seeing results? This national election shit, it's all a distraction on both sides of the spectrum. You can say that Donald Trump's an absolute asshole, and I will completely agree with you. You can say that Biden's an absolute racist, and I'll completely agree with you. All I know is neither one of them motherfuckers stopped us from doing anything we had to do when we decided to stop listening to the bullshit and just do what we have to do for ourselves. So we got to stop getting caught up in the nonsense. We get too caught up in the nonsense.
That's a great point.
Too fucking caught up.
Definitely. And you know, we gotta point out some of these athletes and entertainers and celebrities for picking sides as well. So, you know, that's something we got to get past, man, you know, one step at a time. But I want to talk about Kanye West. It appears that Kanye West must have seen SamAnt on us actually talking about, you know, Kanye West, why he's been silent amid what went on just recently with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery. Well, after we dropped that video, Kanye West, you know, it pretty much came out that he donated $2 million to the families of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor, and to their legal teams to help, you know, continue to fight. Now, SamAnt, are you eating your words? What do you think about this, man?
Hell no, I ain't eating my words. When did we do this? We recorded it 2 days ago. Dropped it on viral yesterday. And it was funny because we also talked about in that conversation, Vlad, and then your boy Adam 22. And why they've been kind of silent. And do they owe the black community at least a voice, a black blackout screen, some money? What do they owe something? And then Vlad TV donated $10,000 to the NAACP the next day.
Great job. Apology.
Great job. I know that man shit, but great job. Great job. And then we see Kanye West, coincidentally enough, around 3 o'clock Eastern time, drop $2 million to salute. Absolutely. Absolutely. That should be commended. And I expected Kanye West to do such, which is why I brought him up in the conversation, because we've seen Jay-Z and other billionaires. We were having this conversation and I'm thinking, damn, hold on. Kanye West, a brand new millionaire. Kanye West has been very vocal about injustices that have gone on in this country. But Kanye West has been quiet as of late. Where's Kanye? That's all I was saying. And hey, he responded. Now people are now asking, because now they're saying I'm eating my words and shit, which we're not. We just called it out. And it's a coincidence that both people that we happen to call out on these broadcasts donated next. I'm not saying we did it. I'm just saying it's a coincidence.
Right.
People are asking, is it enough? What do you think before I go in on that?
It's never going to be enough. I mean, when you look at $2 million, obviously that's huge. You know what I mean? That you know, especially with families, you know, in those conditions, not rich and not millionaires. So that's obviously huge. Nothing you could say negative, you know, about that. As far as Vlad's $10,000 donation, I mean, I'm not even going to get into it. I think sometimes you just, you know, you use the time. Sometimes things are better unsaid than said. Right now, it's a good thing. It's a good gesture. I'll just leave it at that. You know what I mean? Maybe some other time in the future, I'll kind of get into more of the history, you know, because it definitely matters who you're donating to as well. But later on, I'll get into that. But right now, you know, I'll just withhold that statement, you know, for this time.
I'll never tell anybody what to do with their money or judge anybody for what they do with their money. I'm glad that Kanye West put coin toward the cause. It's very commendable. Whether that's enough or not, like you said, it'll never be enough in the hindsight, in the grand scheme of things, until this shit is over, overall completely gone and decapitated. But hey, man, I'm glad that Kanye West donated. I would love to hear him say something, just because he's been so vocal about other things. When he said, people say they don't want to hear what Kanye has to say. I'm not personally one of them people. I would love to hear him share his thoughts on what he's seen as of late, in relation to what he feels as though with Donald Trump was good. Give us what you feel. I don't know. I don't feel he owes us anything. I just feel like I would like to hear
I mean, everybody definitely entitled to that opinion, definitely. You know what I'm saying? But Jay-Z saying, man, let the Ahmaud Arbery's lawyer use his private jet. You know what I mean? So you got people out here who, you know, Jay-Z, you know, he called the governor of Minneapolis, and they're out there fighting with their money, man. I think at the end of the day, that's all that you can ask for. I definitely want a statement. I think they should definitely speak, because your voice may be even powerful than your money in some instances. Obviously, with a lot of people, you know what I mean?
And we sitting here having a conversation amongst each other. We have no idea what's going on behind the scenes.
Right. You
know what I'm saying? What's going on that's not being published or broadcasted. So hopefully people are doing their part, whether it's on camera or not, to make sure that this gets moved in the right way. Because people say don't look at the athlete, don't look at the actor, don't look at the musician. But these motherfuckers have a hell of a voice and make a hell of an impact.
Oh, yeah.
And make great coin out here because of people serving their product. They deserve and owe a service to those people.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know what I mean, a wild situation that we got going on. I was looking at this story. Did you see the Trina story the other day?
A little bit of it. Did she went after rioters or the looters or something like that?
She called them animals. Pretty much she did issue an apology. But, you know, this is kind of speak on that briefly, you know, not to get too deep into that. Some people are mentally ill in a way where they don't understand, you know, not only their history, but they don't understand some of the things that they say could actually have a negative impact and affect people in a negative way. And you might I'm sure we all know people, no matter what color, probably said some ignorant stuff like this, or, you know, probably said, like, oh, they crazy. What the hell are they out there doing that for? They acting like animals. She should have just shut up. And, you know, because there's so much, it's so many different layers to unpeel. It ain't just like just people just went out for no reason and start fucking shit up. It's a whole thing behind it. Like it's built up aggression over continuously seeing the same thing over and over again. So that's why it's just an ignorant statement. And when I see people apologize like her and Drew Brees, I'm like, you expect it, but I don't accept it.
Yeah, it's damage control.
Yeah.
And in particular, black people, we got to watch what we say, because when the white eyes looking at us, they like to validate shit that we say. Yeah. And it only takes one of us for them to validate it for all of us. Yeah. Like Candace Owens. Now, obviously, she's pro-Trump like a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. She went out and read George Floyd's whole jacket. I don't know how old this man was when he had his untimely demise.
Wow.
Whole jacket.
Why?
Wow. To justify that man with a knee in his neck in the cement, screaming and begging and pleading while handcuffed. That cop did not do his job. That cop did a disservice to his community. That cop deserves to be charged with first-degree murder and go to jail. Do not justify what the fuck that man did. Was George Floyd a saint? Absolutely not. Nobody's trying to make that man a hero. But at the end of the day, when you look at that black man screaming for his mother and crying on his deathbed, and this isn't the first one, this is the God knows how many amount, both black men and women. Yeah, that's the fucking straw that could break the camel's back and say enough is enough. So if George Floyd has to be the name that breaks the fucking camel's back, so be it. Y'all still spend all this money with all these presidents on them, and we don't want to get into their jacket.
So let's talk about his jacket, though, Sam, man. I think it's we have to do our listeners a service, because people are going to act like, all right, what did they put out that was in George Floyd's past that you seen, you know what I mean, today?
It was ugly.
What it looked like?
It was riddled with drugs, violence towards women.
Like,
he did some wild shit. I would love to put this on YouTube, so y'all go ahead and do y'all due diligence yourself. But he put a gun on a situation that he ain't have to put a gun to. Fuck that. Y'all go ahead and do what y'all gotta do. He did some shit that he wasn't supposed to do in his past, and like nobody say he was a fucking saint. But it does not justify any of that.
Yeah, I was trying to make a point by that, because you're going to have, like, say if you're on the Fox News, they're going to throw all that out there.
They're going to let it go.
They're going to let it go. And pretty much all in an attempt to try to justify him being murdered in front of everybody. And even if he did this stuff, allegedly putting the gun to his pregnant, boom, 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 whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's like, does he deserve to die for that? Did he kill anybody? Does he deserve to die for that? Now, if he did drugs, okay, that's affecting him. You know what I mean? And not trying to take nothing away. We all got past. We all got things that we done in our life that we wish we didn't do. I mean, we humans, we're going to make mistakes. But to be killed for it is a whole other thing.
He got killed for a counterfeit $20 bill.
Yeah.
Not for any of the shit that Candace Owens threw out there.
Yeah.
So miss me with all that shit. Like I said, was he a saint? Hell no. But that's not on trial right now. He's dead.
They always do this though. They did it with my man Trayvon Martin,
Ahmaud Arbery.
Everybody. They did it with Eric Garner. They talked about his past, what he had going on, and it's just sick. And this is why you see people out in the street tired, because it's sickening the way the media changes the narrative about what every single